It's more about math vocab words that you've already seen. Okay, so the easiest way to do these things is just to read it from left to right, like you would be reading a book. Okay, it says to, the word, so you know you're going to have a to. Added, what's added mean?
Addition.
Yeah, plus sign. Okay, right? It's not a trick question. 2 added to 3 times. Okay, so this is where you start to get a little bit tricky. 3 times a number. What does a number mean?
A number.
What number?
A number.
Any number, right? So what letter do you usually see? X, right? You could put X, you could put A, whatever. Okay, so 3 times X. That's what it means. When something's right next to each other, you could say that means times. The other way that you could write it, it would have to be like this. 3 times, you could say X, okay? You would have to put that in parentheses, okay? And unless you put the 3 and the X right next to each other, okay? This one says the number M, so it should be an M, but I didn't read. Okay, is, what does is mean? Is the same as? Equal to. Okay, is usually means in math equals the same as 18. Okay, look at number 3. The quotient, what does quotient mean? Yeah, there's some up here. What does quotient mean? Plus, minus, multiplication, division. It means division. Okay, so we know we're going to have a division. Okay, so the quotient of 24 and x, okay, that means 24 divided by x. Okay, and same thing. You can write it like, people do this like box and put 1 on the inside, 1 on the inside or outside. Okay, you can say 24 over x. That also means division. Okay, or you can use the old school bar with the dot dot. Okay, 24 and x equals means equals 14. Okay, the next one says the sum. What does sum mean? What's sum mean? The sum.
Total amount.
It can be. Okay, but we know is what?
Equal to.
Equals. Okay, so the sum, there's another like symbol for sum. Okay, that means addition. The sum of a number n and 7. So it's going to be n plus 7. Okay, is what? 15. Okay, 12 times a number p equals 48. Okay, so there are 2 ways you can write it for a times. What are they? The one is the most obvious. With the x, right? That means times. What's the other way? We just talked about it. A dot. You can put it right next to each other, okay? And that's the most common you're going to see in math. Right next to each other means times. Okay, so, yeah, you can do 12 dot p, right? That means times. 12 times p, or 12p. And you guys got to get used to this because this is what you're going to see a whole lot in algebra, okay? Just 12 right next to p. Okay, so 12 times the number p equals 48. Any of those work? And if you already wrote this, that's fine. I'm easy, okay? It still means the same thing. I don't really care which way you write it. Okay, the product, what's product mean?
The result.
Kind of. Means multiply. Okay, product means multiply. So the product of a number g and 5, so what's that going to look like? 5g. Okay, or you could say 5 times g. Oops. So 5g is, what's is mean?
Equal.
Equal 30. Okay, the quotient, what's quotient mean? Divide. Okay, the quotient of a number q and 4. Okay, so what are some ways we can write that?
4
It would be q over 4 because the q comes first. But yes, you could say q over 4. What's another way? What's the easiest one you've ever seen? Been taught your whole life? Huh? Like this. Like the, you know what I'm saying? The division symbol. Okay, you can totally do that too. Okay, so q divided by 4 is 12. Okay, or you can write q over 4. That's totally fine too. Okay, 9 times a number b. So what's that going to look like? 9b is, what's is me? Equals 2. Oh my gosh, my board is going nuts this morning. 9b is equal to 36. Can I go to the next page? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 11 is, what's is mean?
Equal.
Equal. Okay, so this one, the order is kind of funky. Okay, it says 11, but you can still write it this way. 11 is, okay, however, you usually see like the 11 on the other side of the equal, which is totally fine. Okay, the quotient of a number y and 6. Okay, so we can say y divided by 6. Okay, a number w divided by 5 equals 6. So what should that look like? A number w divided by 5 equals 6. So what's it going to look like?
W divided by 5 equals 6.
Equals 6. Good. One half of a number. How do you write 1/2?
1/2.
1/2. Okay. What's the decimal of that? Anybody know? 0.5. Okay, so we can say 0.5, or you can say 1/2. A number. What's a number?
Like N or
N.
any letter.
Okay, so either one of these works. N or N. Added to 7. Okay, so we're going to say plus 7 is, what's is mean? Equals 11. Okay, so either one of these are totally acceptable and fine answers. Okay, they both mean the exact same thing. Okay, this bottom part is nothing crazy either. Okay, write a sentence for each equation. Okay, so what does it mean when it's right next to it?
Multiplication?
Yeah, so it's going to be -2 -2 times, we can say, x, or you can say a number, but I don't want to do that because it's longer. -2 times x. What's a word for this? Added, we can say. Added to 8. What's a word for this?
Equal.
Equal. Equals -4. I shortened it. 4 times y. Okay, writing the sentence is the longest part. It's nothing really crazy. Okay, instead of saying added, you could say plus, a sum, something like that. Okay. Okay, what about 23? We can say 10. Shoot. 10 is, right? We know is means what? equal. 10 is, what's that mean?
What?
What's this?
Oh, multiplication.
So 2 times y plus, we have a plus sign, right? What's this?
3/2.
3/2. Two times x. Okay, 25 is the same thing, okay? So we're gonna say 27 times x is means what? Equals, okay, is negative, and I'm just shorting it, negative 12y minus 48. Oh, shoot. I'm just writing 48. It's not spelled out. You guys can do the same. Okay, 27. It's going to be 0 is negative y. Then what? What word am I going to use? Plus 7. Then what? Minus. Minus what?
3 times x.
3 times x. Or you can say 3x, right? Those mean the same thing. You say 3 times x, 3x. I'm trying to shorten it as much as you possibly can. Because what's longer? Is or equals 2?
Is.
Okay, yeah, so equals 2 takes you a lot longer to write, right, than is. Okay, so pick the shortest words you possibly can. Okay, last one. 29, we're going to say 4 is two times y hello. Yep. Okay, I'll send them. 2 times y plus 10x.